is the complete guide to beating the Ashes of the Damned Easter egg in Black Ops 7 Zombies. Firstly, install Ted's head onto Old Tessie and activate power in Farm, Blackwater Lake and Ashwood and install the Pack-a-Punch. In round 8, head to Janus Towers Plaza and right here towards Monolith Forest an Uber class will spawn that you'll want to take down to pick up a part. Install this part on the jail cell next to Vulture Raid and throw 3 stuns towards Klaus to wake him up. Head over to Zaya Cosmodrome and use Klaus in front of this panel that you will then interact with to begin a eye scanning step. You need to stand within the circle until this panel on the wall opens, revealing an ether barrel part. You'll want to pick this up and install it in the power generators in Ashwood, Blackwater Lake and then Farm. After this, head under the barn and place it on this box and take a jump pad back to spawn and then back to Farm to get the 3 symbols on each of the roofs of the buildings in Farm. Input these correctly in the box to reveal the Necrofluid Gauntlet Wonder Weapon and then shoot all 6 orbs that spawn with the Wonder Weapon to continue. You'll now want to get the Wisp T perk and have it activated in front of this mirror in Ashwood. After that, shoot the mirror with the Wonder Weapon and it will reveal an item that you want to pick up called the Powder of the Forgotten. Make your way to the Cosmodrome and open this door to Yuri's lab. Interact with the powder on the chemistry table to reveal 3 Pigpen ciphers on a chalkboard above the table. There'll be 3 words total written in the cipher language and the ciphers indicate which ingredient will need to be interacted with and in what order. Just before we move on to that, you'll want to make sure that you've gone to exit 115 and taken down a cook zombie that will drop a freezer key. Use it on this fridge to get the abomination carcass and install it on Old Tessie back at Ashwood. Moving back to the cipher chalkboard, for fungi, you'll need to get the jar of spores from under the kitchen cabinet at Blackwater Lake, interact with this horse corpse covered in mushrooms at Van Dorn Farm, and wait 3 rounds to pick up the Widow's Lantern. For the limbs, you'll want to take down a Zersa bear using the Old Tessie Abomination Beam. For oculi, you'll need to take down a Ravager using a Saw Trap. For conch, you'll need to destroy a purple Ether Flora, which is in the fog, using Old Tessie's Abomination Beam. And for Talus, you'll need to throw a tomahawk at the foot of this hanging body in the middle of the barn at Van Dorn Farm. Once the foot is dropped, throw a Molotov cocktail to burn it and pick up the human bones. When you know the order of the 3 items, interact with each corresponding ingredient, and if incorrect, you'll be able to add blood. This will trigger a lockdown where your health will be reduced and you can only heal yourself with kills with the Necrofluid Gauntlet. This is a soul box and you want to fill it up with souls as quickly as possible, and if done correct, the room will fill with a purple gas and the lockdown will end. Next, we'll need to find 3 keys hidden in various locations in the fog, and you'll need the Necrofluid Gauntlet to shoot and retrieve them. One of them can be on this pylon in Crashed Rocket right up here. It can also be to the edge of this building just outside the Cosmodrome right there, or it could be on this cliff between Ashwood and the Cosmodrome. Pick it up and take it to this pyramid to remove the chains. For the Nightbird key, we're going to find it between Ashwood and exit 115, and it can either be behind these 2 T-Rex skulls, one that's really high up on a cliff and another that's on ground level, and another just behind exit 115 behind these Janus Towers vehicles. Final key can be found at grounded ship. It's either below the ship between these barrels, or it can be on the main floor of the ship, either in a window on a shelf to the left or inside an open container just to the right of that. Once all 3 keys are used to remove the chains, a cutscene will play and the DG2 turret barrel will be available for you to upgrade onto Old Tessie in the garage. Now we move on to 4 unique gauntlet challenges which can be done in any order. Firstly, with the DG2 turret on Old Tessie, shoot at the clock tower floating above Ashwood, which will freeze the faces on the clock tower. With the gauntlet, shoot at the clock tower and pull back, and we'll turn the gauntlet into a purple version. Move it in the farmhouse, look at the time on the clock and match it to the Roman numeral that's on the floor, staring at the head of the table right here. If done correctly, the head will turn around to face you, which you'll then want to shoot with your gauntlet. There'll be 3 items to pick up around the farm. The first is going to be on this bunk bed right here. Another is a face mask upstairs in the barn. Another is going to be in the garage by proning under this table. The final is a chalice which can be found next to the bathtub. Place all 4 rituals down on the 4 circles in the middle of the farm and defend them until the end of the lockdown. Shoot the DG2 turret at the clock tower again, shoot it with your wonder weapon and recall it, and head over to exit 115 when there's lightning over it. Shoot this clock on this roof and you'll have 60 seconds to complete part of the step. One part involves ramming Old Tessie into the shipping container right here, waking up a trucker zombie. Another is to melee this cash register in the diner to wake up a waitress zombie. And another is to use Klaus in the garage to wake up this mechanic zombie. Each of these 3 zombies need to be woken up and then taken to a rooftop to run into either purple, yellow or red lightning. If you manage to do that within the 60 seconds that time is frozen, you'll have completed the step. The Cosmodrome, you want to shoot these 2 spinning satellites with a charged shot of the wonder weapon, stop both of them and revealing a new computer in the control room flashing symbols. This will be spelling either the word launch, weapon, engine or rocket, and the other 6 monitors here will cycle through several numbers, each number relating to the order it appears in the alphabet, and you shoot the red button to lock the numbers in place. If done correct, the souls will disappear and the rocket will launch. Finally, charge your gauntlet and make your way to Blackwater Lake. At the pier, a soul will be floating around and interacting with it will make it fly away. Go inside the cabin and shoot the projector with your purple gauntlet, and the projector will show 4 images responding to locations inside Blackwater Lake and the order in which you'll need to shoot the film reels that they appear in. One is at the back of the cabin, another is upstairs in the cabin, in, another is in the boathouse on the roof here, and another on this shelf in this tool shed here. Once all 4 have disappeared, call in Klaus and command him to open this box here on the end of the bed. Interact with Klaus to begin the boss fight, where you'll have to drive from Blackwater Lake to Janus Towers Plaza picking up 3 wisps, from Janus Plaza all the way to the farm picking up 3 wisps, going from farm to Ashwood and picking up 3 wisps, and from Ashwood back to Blackwater Lake picking up 3 wisps. This will teleport you into the boss fight, and the main way the boss fight works is you're going to be using nothing but the Tessie vehicle. You'll be ramming into the boss using your boost, doing that over and over again until he goes into an immune phase. In the immune phase, you need to hit him or shoot him until he reveals a blue beam that you need to drive towards to give you a buff. Once you drive into it, you'll be buffed, and when you boost into the boss again, it will knock him out of immunity, allowing you to shoot the bottom of him. Doing enough damage will put him into phase 2, and you simply want to rinse and repeat for 2 more phases. Final phase is definitely the most difficult because he has a purple beam that will absolutely fry Tessie if you don't avoid it by ramming into him before he can do that attack. Once you get his health bar down to 0, you would have beaten the Ashes of the Damned Easter egg.